Welcome back to the vlog, fam. Out here getting this work in this morning. Health and fitness, extremely important. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Getting some fresh air in the lungs. I can't complain, man. Positive attitude, I'm telling you. I know it's easy to be negative based on the circumstances we all find ourselves in, but I keep telling you guys, you gotta stay positive. You gotta believe that this will pass. At least that's what I believe, and that gets me through the day, guys. So please, be positive. Keep your spirits up. Keep faith. And keep believing in yourself. Well, today, I'm gonna be out and about. Obviously, I'm gonna be certainly paying attention to social distancing and all of that good stuff, because I know I'm trying to stay healthy. I'm trying to keep others healthy. So I'll certainly be doing that. But I still got to get out, man, and try and do what I need to do to make sure I keep my businesses running and take advantage of some of these great opportunities out here. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me. Headed to grab some lunch, but before I left the house, I was looking up the stock market, what it was doing this morning, and it looks like it's up this morning. And I think one of the reasons it's up is because of this pending $2.2 trillion stimulus package that Congress is getting ready to pass, which will certainly pour some much needed relief to the American people. So I think, the market is starting to pick up because of that. Not sure how long that'll last. So this may just be a blip, and it may go back to declining next week. Only time will tell. Also, I was looking at the jobless report, and it looks like unemployment or people out of work filing unemployment has jumped tremendously. So, what impact will that have on the stock market? Well, only time will tell. I mean, if the unemployment rate continues to increase, which means more people will file for unemployment, I don't think that bodes well for our overall economy. Our economy does its best when we have people employed and earning a wage, and unemployment numbers are low, and people who are filing for unemployment is low. That's when our economy is at its best and thriving. So I don't know. I mean, times like these are uncertain. But as an investor, that's a positive sign that the market has taken a turn in the right direction. Again, I don't know how long that will last, but I'll take a positive sign from the market any day of the week at this point. So once that 2.2 trillion stimulus package is passed, and businesses and individuals start receiving checks. Now, I don't know all the details of this stimulus package. There are a lot of people out there a lot smarter than me that you can listen to as it relates to the full details of the stimulus package. But I think anytime our government steps up and offers relief in the form of a stimulus package, that's a good thing, because let's face it, the American people from a jobs standpoint are hurting. There's a lot of people who have been let go from their jobs and need this money. So I hope our government continues to pump money into our system, our financial system here in the United States, to make sure we keep folks in a position where they're able to take care of their families, or at least assist them to take care of their families. Grabbing me a little bit of Pollo Tropical today. Grab me a little bit of grilled chicken. Get me some beans and rice. I do eat quite a bit of grilled chicken and beans and rice, guys. That's one of my staples in my diet. And this little fast casual Pollo Tropical is that's pretty good. They got pretty decent grilled chicken, pretty decent brown rice, black beans, and it's reasonably priced. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some.
David is in Puerto Rico. Husband, are you ready?
Yeah, I want to grab the half the half grilled chicken.
Okay.
But I want all white meat.
All right, half chicken, all white meat. And what's your size gonna be?
Yeah, let me do brown rice and black beans.
All right, so white rice and black beans.
Yeah, that's it.
All right, it's gonna be $8.40.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Pollo Tropical. Grilled chicken, white meat, black beans and rice. I'm not gonna partake in their little roll though. That's probably not that good for you. But I certainly am gonna kill. Well, I apologize, I don't wanna use that word. I am going to devour this grilled chicken and black beans and brown rice. And solo cup with H2O. Headed to one of my most favorite places, Bank of America. Got to do a couple little transactions. Guys, I'm telling you, you better consider Bank of America, because man, this stock is still on sale. So do your research, but it's on sale, man. It's the second largest bank in the country, behind JP Morgan Chase. I would say certainly consider it. Paying a decent dividend as well. All done at Bank of America. Headed back to the 63. Again, guys, don't go to sleep on this Bank of America stock. Do your research. It's trading at a discount. Whole Foods. See if we can find some salmon and a couple of things to go with dinner. Grab some fruit. Basic essentials, guys. But today, it's Whole Foods. I'm looking at this seafood here. Sockeye, salmon fillets. I think I'm gonna go get me some of this fresh salmon over here. Oh, I like these fillets. Grab me a couple of these fillets right here. Man, it's so well organized in Whole Foods. All right, let's see. Oatmeal. Oatmeal. There we go. Let's see what we want to go with. I think I'm gonna go with them old fashioned. All right, leaving Whole Foods. There we go. Got dinner. And some oatmeal and some bananas. Tell you what, they are doing a great job in there. They're wiping everything down. Everything is sanitized from the buggies to the baskets to everything. I mean, I gotta give it to them. They are really doing a great job there. Kudos to Whole Foods. The way I look at debt and the way I've always treated debt is a couple of different ways. If the debt is supporting assets that create income for me, then I don't bother paying off that debt. What I do is I let that debt amortize on a normal repayment schedule from my lender, and that's what I do. I don't bother it. As long as the money from that loan, which is the debt, went to an asset that's creating income, more income than what I'm paying in interest on the loan to my lender. The second way I look at debt is, does this particular debt have what I call a high interest rate? And when I say high interest rate, I'm talking about interest rate at 5% or higher. Now that can be revolving debt, which is in the form of credit card debt, or that could be installment loan debt. It can be personal loan debt. And if the debt is more than a 5% interest rate, I will rank that particular debt from the highest interest rate to the lowest interest rate. I don't really rank it by the amount owed on the debt. I rank it by how high the interest rate is. So I take the highest interest rate in that situation, and I will systematically start paying off the high rate interest rate loan or credit line or line of credit. After I pay down that debt, the high interest rate debt, then I will take monies and start investing in assets that will create wealth, cash flow, and liquidity for me. I would ask you guys to take a strong look at your personal situation. Do you have high rate debt? And the reason I'm asking you that is because I also had a conversation with another subscriber. He had a car loan. I had good income, but his car loan was 13.5%. In my opinion, that's way too high. Now, I know in some situations you have no other choice. If you have challenged credit scores where your credit score is so low, or you got things on your credit report that no mainstream lender will give you the money, you have to go to more of a secondary type lender. Sometimes you have to go that route in order to get transportation, to get you to work, to get you wherever you need to go. I get it. But in the situation with this particular subscriber, he had good income. He had a pretty decent credit score, and he still had a 13.5% interest rate. You got to understand about these high interest rate car loans. Here's the dilemma you fall into though. You take out this loan. Say you take out a $30,000 loan, it's got a 13.5% interest rate, and you have a 5-year repayment term. What happens is, from day one, depreciation is going to start moving on that particular automobile. Depreciation is going to start devaluing the car immediately. But when you got a 13.5% interest rate, instead of you being on a normal simple interest loan where you pay more principal than you pay interest, therefore your principal that you pay down on the loan is in step with the depreciation schedule on the car. That way, when you get ready to sell it or trade it in, you're not upside down. But since you're going to be paying more interest because of the 13.5% loan, your principal is not going to be in step with the depreciation schedule. You're going to be depreciating faster than you pay the loan down because you're going to be paying most of your loan payment to interest. So what happens is, in 2 years, you get ready to sell, not really sell the car, but in 2 years, well, yeah, I guess sell the car. You can sell it or you can trade it in. In those 2 years, you're going to be upside down. You're going to owe more than the car is worth because the 13.5% interest rate. So you got to be careful. I get it. In some cases, you got no other choice. But what I would do in that situation is I would get my 13.5% loan, but I'd take every penny that I have to pay that off as quickly as I can. So if I got a 5-year loan to repay that money that I borrowed for the car, I won't take 5 years. I'll try to pay it off in 2 years. Because what that does for me is, one, that saves me from paying 13.5% for 3 years left on the loan. I'll just pay it off in that first 2 years as aggressively as I can. And then what I can do from there is, if I want to sell the car outright, or if I want to trade the car in, then I own the car free and clear, and I don't have to worry about being upside down. Or at that point, when you've paid the car off in 2 years, the money that you would have spent paying on the car for the remaining 3 years, you can take that money now and invest it. So, the deal is, if it's income generating debt, and what I mean by that is, if the loan that you took out was used to buy an asset that creates income, then I would leave that debt alone and let it amortize the way the loan agreement says it should amortize. So if it's a 5-year loan, let it amortize for 5 years. If it's a 10-year loan, let it amortize for 10 years. The key, though, in that scenario is the asset has to be producing more income than you're paying to the lender in the form of interest. All other debt, all other high rate credit card debt, installment loan debt, I would rank it highest interest rate, and I would start knocking it off from the highest interest rate balances all the way down to the lowest interest rate balances. And then after I do that, then yes, I would start taking the money that I was dedicating to paying off that debt. I would then start taking that money and investing it. I'd invest it in assets that create income. Well, guys, I hope that helped you some. I got that question a couple of times. Hey, I got this money, but I also got debt. What should I do? Should I pay off the debt first, or should I keep paying on the debt monthly, but take this money I got and start investing it? And I would say, as I discussed, if it's creating income for you, more income than you're paying back to the bank in the form of interest, leave that debt alone. All the other high rate debt or any other debt, I would rank it highest interest rate first, down to lowest interest rate, and I would systematically pay off the higher interest rate debt first, down to the lowest. If you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, and smash that like button. It helps the channel and it helps me too. As always, continue believing in yourself. Always chase your greatness, and I'll catch you on the next vlog. Peace.